we're gonna head to a little hike called Craggy Gardens. It's just gonna short, I think it's about 1.5 miles round trip up to a little bald on top of a mountain, get some good views, and then headed back home to Georgia. While we've been here, we've been doing a lot of hiking, we've been eating good food, which is of course the most important part. We've been going to some art galleries, doing some shopping, just generally relaxing and escaping the world. For this trip, we are driving the Volkswagen ID.4. It is an all-electric SUV, and it's actually my first experience with an electric car at all. I would say that the drive experience was probably different than what I expected. I mean, I'd never driven an electric car before, so I didn't necessarily really have anything to base my expectations off of. I've had friends who owned electric cars back when they were first becoming a thing and didn't really have good things to say about it. So I would say going into it, I was a little anxious about the charging situation. I was nervous taking it to Asheville that I was going to be wasting my vacation at charging stations. But I did it anyway. I found a charging station near our bed and breakfast, and I was like, we're gonna do it, we're gonna see how it goes. But it was a much better, and I guess I would say easier experience than I ever expected. Living with an electric car was just different than I thought it would be. So the cool thing about Electrify America is you can use your credit card at the station, but you can also control everything through an app, which is super convenient because you can save your vehicle, you can save your credit card information, you can control everything through your phone. So all you have to do is select your location, select your charger, and swipe. And then you're charging. And when we were in Asheville, a lot of the parking garages had chargers, and so we'd just plug in the car in the same parking garage we would have parked in if we were driving a gas-powered car, and did our window shopping for the day, and then hopped back in it and went back to the bed and breakfast. So there is a mode, the just standard like D drive mode, that feels a lot like driving a regular car. When you let off the gas, it coasts. Then there is a drive mode that's marked with a B, and that helps regenerate some of your battery power. That was really cool to play around with. Actually, I drove all week in that mode. I don't know why anyone would use drive mode because, one, it extends your range, and two, you don't need to use the brake a lot. And it's got a little gauge here on my instrument cluster that shows when I lift off the gas, it goes green, which kind of is a little indication of that regeneration. So if you're in the green, you're regenerating power, and if you're in the blue, you're using power. You see how it went green? So that means that the car is braking and the car is regenerating. We actually noticed when we were going to Asheville, you know, you go up a hill, you lose a little bit of range going up the mountain, and then you come down the other side, and driving in B mode, it regenerates a good bit of that mileage back. It takes a little bit to get used to, but I love it because, you know, especially when you're out here enjoying nature, you roll down the windows and you can actually hear the birds chirping, and you can hear like those sounds of nature as you're driving to the trailhead, you know, except when like the semi-truck comes up the other way. But
then when you're on the highway, it's so quiet that you can hear things that are wrong with other cars.
You can hear the car driving next to you that's got a misfire.
Yeah.
It's great. I think that was the weirdest thing for me to get used to at first, being someone who drives a car with an exhaust like 99% of the time. But I actually didn't miss my loud exhausts, which I can't believe I'm saying. It was actually a welcome surprise. I drove a lot of miles on my trip, and we actually didn't need to stop for charging at all the way from home to Asheville. But that surprised me. I thought we were gonna have to stop.